today we are going to be making a skull cheese ball. My name is Aliena and welcome to my kitchen. So the first thing you are going to need for your cheese ball is just a block of cream cheese, or 8 ounces of cream cheese. And to that I'm adding in a 1/4 cup of mayo. I really like the Kewpie pie mayo, I think that's how you say it, because it uses all egg yolks. So it's a really rich mayo. Next, I'm going to be adding in 1 heaping tablespoon of just chopped chives. Just add a little freshness and green to our cheese, as well as 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of oregano. And I like to rub my oregano when I put it in just because it releases even more flavors. And I don't want the oregano to be too big of pieces. I'm also adding about 3 ounces of chopped pimentos. These are a nice sweet pepper and just add a little more flavor to our cheese. And now for our cheese, I have 1 heaping cup, about actually 1 1/4 cups of white cheddar going in. And I like using a sharp cheddar for this recipe. But if you like less sharp of cheeses, you can go with a mild or medium cheddar. And I'm also going to be adding in about 1 cup of Colby Jack cheese. And I like to add a fairly good amount of just black pepper, as well as some salt. I always start slow with salt and then taste it and see if it needs more, because cheese already has quite a lot of salt in it and you don't want this to be overly salty. Now that our cheese ball is all mixed together, I recommend tasting it and making sure you like all the flavors. See if you want to add any more spices to it. I will say I tasted it and it tastes so good. And I have these cool skull molds that I'm going to use, but if you don't have them, you can always shape this by hand, but having them makes it a little bit easier. And what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of olive oil, because I don't want my cheese to stick in the mold. And I'm going to drizzle a little olive oil into my skulls and rub it in. I'm actually going to do 1 with sprinkling white cheddar in and 1 without, because I'm not sure if I have the white cheddar in, if I'll get that perfect skull definition that we want. So it's a little bit of an experiment. But now we can add in our cheese ball, and you really want to just press it down. All right, now that I've really pressed my cheese into my skull mold, I'm going to pop this in my freezer for about 20 to 30 minutes so that it gets nice and cold, so that when I flip it out, it should come out easily. Here we have our adorable little skulls. They came out of the mold perfectly, and this is optional, but if you want to give them some eyes, what I just did is I took some olives, and these are olives stuffed with red peppers, cut them in half, and you can have them as the perfect little eyeballs and a snack if you love some olives. But now it's my favorite part, as you know, of any video. It is time to taste our creation, and it looks so good. I'm very excited. So let me grab a cracker. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put a little cucumber on top too, just to add a little level of freshness.
Happy Halloween.
This is what I call girl dinner. It is so tasty, and it was actually really easy to make because they came out of the molds perfectly and they look so cute. So I think this is great to serve at your Halloween parties. And if you want to see some more of my cheese ball recipes, I have a delicious pumpkin cheese ball as well as a turkey cheese ball for Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a safe and happy Halloween.